Hi EDU 279. I wanted to hop on and do a quick video as we start week 9. This is officially the second half of the semester for us. So I want to kind of pull some things together. First of all, you have read about in your textbook Scarborough's reading rope and some other different theories about learning to read. This one in particular I want to pull back up because at this point in the semester we have covered the content under word recognition. We have talked about phonological awareness. We've talked about decoding skills and sight recognition, words that you recognize by sight. And ingrained in those are phonics skills. Phonics skills are what we teach in order to help children learn how to decode, and also phonics is connected to sight recognition as well. The content for this week is fluency. We are reading about and learning about fluency, and the concepts under this word recognition strand of the reading rope leads to increasingly automatic reading, and that leads to fluent reading, which is what we're discussing. So I hope as you read and review materials this week, you will understand how all of the topics we've talked about thus far under word recognition relate to reading fluency, and how when there's a deficit in phonological awareness or a deficit in phonics skills or issues with decoding, that could cause issues with reading fluency. So reading fluency is really a compilation of those word recognition skills put to work and put to practice in reading a passage. So after this week, we'll be moving on to discuss the areas under language comprehension. Let's take a quick look over in Blackboard at your week 9 folder. You're reading chapter 7, which is about fluency. As always, there are several resources here to help you understand further reading fluency, a couple of videos and an article. You are doing another Reading Rockets course module this week. And you do need to do the pre-test, the post-test, and the download the certificate to submit. But instead of an overall reflection of the Reading Rockets Fluency course module, what I'm asking you to do is to complete the completion activity for this course module. And it is doing a reading fluency evaluation on a child. Here is an example of how to do and score a fluency passage. There is, of course, lots of information in the course module on instructions for how to evaluate a reading passage. And I know that getting into the classroom has been such a challenge this semester, so you have a fluency passage to download and a video of a 3rd grade child reading this fluency passage. So you don't have to actually go out and observe a child this week. You can use this information here with Luke, as he is a 3rd grader reading the attached fluency passage. Now, some things I want to point out. This follow-up activity is a little bit more in depth. I am trying to not only gauge how well you understand what fluency means, but how you can apply what the Reading Rockets course module taught you about what leads to deficits in fluency to create an action plan for Luke. You need to use the resources in the course module to determine whether he's on grade level and what strategies and direct instruction needs to be put in place for him to help him progress at an appropriate rate. Okay, so these are resources: the Reading Rockets Fluency course module, the example, and Luke reading his passage, or to help you complete the journal related to the Reading Rockets course module. Last week you started learning about the gradual release model, or the I do, you do, we do model. I put this in here again because that is going to come into practice with your phonics mini lesson. So let's look over at the assignments folder. Here's where you're going to submit your action plan for Luke and your completion certificates for the fluency module. And here is your phonics mini lesson assignment. This is something that you've known about for at least 1 week, I believe 2 weeks, so that you could start preparing for 3 mini lessons that you would like to teach or pretend to teach on video. Be sure to read these instructions carefully. You're teaching 3 lessons. You're doing 3 separate videos that are less than 5 minutes each. And what you are demonstrating in those videos is that you understand how to teach phonics, that you understand the I do, we do, you do teaching methods. So you are going to demonstrate in your video and describe to us what portion of the activity you will demonstrate, what portion you will do with the children, and what would their independent practice be. You are going to also create or gather visuals that you would be using for teaching these 3 lessons, whether you print them, whether you borrow them, it doesn't matter, but you need manipulatives and visuals to support your 3 mini lessons, okay? I do understand that that is a lot of instructions. If you have questions, please reach out. I'm always available to do a phone conference with you or a virtual conference if the written instructions aren't enough. You have to submit your videos via YouTube link. I will not accept video files. You have a classroom observation log here. I am being very optimistic and thinking that you might actually get to go and observe in a classroom if you haven't already. I know some of you already had some connections and have been doing your observations, but there are a few of you that are getting really frustrated and haven't been doing observations in schools yet. This week, because your observation log is related to general reading instruction, if you're not connected to a school yet, it is not required. Okay, I don't have demonstration videos for you to analyze. And if you have been doing your observations and you need to take a break this week, I'm just going to make this classroom observation log optional to you guys. Okay, so don't stress about it. But by all means, if you haven't been able to get into a classroom yet and this is the week, take advantage of it and go in there and do some observations that you've missed. I hope all this is helpful, and I hope that when you get started and you look in the module that you'll know exactly what to do. If you don't, reach out, and I hope you guys have a great week.